Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox and welcome to the channel. Now, no webcam today because I've got some things going on at the house. I haven't got all my green screen, everything set up, so there's no webcam today. But as of the 26th of August 2020, we did have the Grounded update 0.20. And we've had a load of new features, we've had a load of additions and changes and everything in the game. So I wanted to quickly go through some of the highlighted parts with you. And if needs be, you can always pause the video, see all of the other bits that I miss out. Because I'm not going to go through the entire list because it is quite a big list. But some of the brand new features that we have had, and probably one of the most noteworthy of this list, is the bird. We have had the addition of a bird, a blackbird by the looks of it, in the game. Now, I've not been able to even get on to play over the last couple of days because of some things going on. So I haven't got to experience it yet myself, but do not worry, I will be doing a live stream this evening over on Twitch, on my Twitch channel of Grounded, so do pop over there later on and we shall go through in hopefully a bit more detail any of the new additions. But yes, we have got the bird, which is quite a big bird considering. So yes, we will check that out later on. We've also had a change of the perk system with 13 unique perks to discover. These can be anything from increased harvesting, increased attack speed, increased damage to the animals. So yeah, they will be a new set of perks which we have got, and there are various different challenges that you will need to complete in order to unlock the 3 stages of each of these perks. So definitely a great new addition. The new Burgle L quest types. So there's been some new quests which have been added in, which you can obtain by going to Burgle and conversing with him. You can get those new quests. They have also added in a few new items. We have the fence buildings, we have table buildings as well, so you can now add in little mini fences around your home and your structures, and we've also got tables as well to go with the chairs. So awesome. I don't know, there's no mention yet whether they fetch the ability for us to actually be able to sit down at the moment. It will be an awesome addition if they could add that in if they haven't already, but we shall carry on through our list. We have also got water fleas, which have also been added to the flooded biome, which is in the southeast area of the garden. Now, for combat, there's been a lot of changes now on the combat. We have buffed damage on the Spider Fang Dagger, so it's on the higher end of the tier 2 weapons. We got buffed damage on spike traps significantly because they were pretty underpowered, those spike traps. Spiders learned a new set of attacks to choose from instead of just their basic bite. So they will now attack you in different ways than they used to. Added a brief forced delay between block start events, preventing the player from perfect blocking by smashing the block button. Slightly reduced the bonus damage given by the eye patch. They've adjusted the lava blade poison proc so it's consistent. Reducing the stun ratings of two-handed weapons. Slightly reducing amount of damage the mint mallet deals so it's in line with tier progression. Tier 2 insects now have a cooldown after being stunned before they can be stunned again, and perfect blocking no longer reduces the armor durability. So some great changes and additions for the combat side. As for the interface, they have updated raw science UI icons to be more consistent across the game, adding shortcut for dropping items in the inventory screen. Drop stack is in the context menu, so you can now drop a stack of items rather than just a single item. If you've got like 40 items, you used to have to drop each one individually, whereas you can now just drop the whole stack. Adding deposit or receive stack button on storage UIs. Shift clicking item stacks in the storage UIs will transfer the full stack clicked. Dragging an item stack onto the paper dole in the inventory screen will drop the item stack in the world. Crafting an item with a full inventory will now notify that the item was dropped into the world. So rather than it just suddenly falling on the floor, not realizing it's there, you will at least now know that it hasn't gone into your inventory, it's dropped onto the floor. Storage and flag marker icons have been revised, regrouped, and their colors have shifted. Requires a one-time tour of the yard to set everything back. New trail markers will be blank by default. Not a problem, quite easy to go over to your markers and get those changed. Slight revisions to a few scab flavor schemes. Canteen slurp available are displayed in the equipment item HUD element. Additional icon art, and added a highlight effect that appears on interactable objects when the player looks at them. This feature is controlled by the highlight objects accessibility setting. So basically this last one means that any items that you have placed or anything that you can interact with, say your storage chests or your bed or anything like that, then it will now have a little glow around it to show you that you can interact with it. Items left in the world, not in a container, etc. for 48 to 72 in-game hours will eventually despawn once out of range of all players. Items loaded from a save game from version 0.1 will have all item timers start at 0 to give players a chance to react to this change. So basically anything that is left on the floor, whether it be some grass stacks that you've chopped down or some weed stems or any items, weapons or anything that you have dropped on the floor, if you do not pick them up within 48 to 72 hours, then they will despawn and disappear, which is another thing which a lot of people have been asking for in the game, because we've ended up quite often with so many plant fibers scattered about the floor which are just taking up space and getting in the way. So yes, an absolute awesome change to the game. Players and critters now create ripples in the water while moving. Kids are starting to throw Archer cookies over the fence along with their billy hogs and apples. So like you probably must have seen in the game, you can get apple cores and you can get hot dogs in the game, which if you've got tier 2 weapons you can harvest those for some food. Well, you can now get the Archer cookies as well, so that is another new change. And they've added a few footprints throughout the yard. So does that mean that we will at some point be getting humans coming into the game? Or giant humans, should I say? So we do have a lot of additions and changes in the other section. I'm not going to read through all of these. You're welcome to pause it if you need to, just to read through those. But a lot of changes to the animals and items around the world. And a load of world bugs fixes here as well, and a lot of UI ones as well. So yes, we have got a lot of changes and additions and everything to the game. It's definitely starting to take shape now, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get it on my live stream later on, get some gameplay going, test out and check out some of these new items. In fact, I've still got a lot of the old content still to get through as well. Don't forget to pop over to Twitch later on. I will be streaming Grounded. But until then, I do hope you have a lovely day. And as always, stay safe, my friends.